Hey everyone, Cahlen here, and in this video I'm going to show you the new electric lighter which I got. And this is designed to fit inside of the case for a Zippo lighter. So this is what a normal Zippo lighter comes with. Zippo lighters have basically components in them that you can take in and out, and this is the standard one, so it's just a normal flame. You can see the fire there. But the thing about this is that you have to refuel it. That's actually a nice thing about it. You can use different fuels. So I'm going to hang on to this, but the fuel, the compartment that the fuel is in is not airtight, and actually if you just leave this in your pocket, the fuel is going to evaporate out and it's going to be gone within a week or two. And also if you're using it every day, it's going to be gone within a couple of days. So like a normal Bic lighter, the things you might get at a gas station or something like that, that's going to last, you know, like 5 times longer, if not more, than this thing. So I got this because I'm like, well, if I can't go into a store and buy stuff, you know, because I'm not part of the central bank digital currency system, or because the grid is down and there's no stores open and stuff like that, I can find various fuels around scavenging, and I'll be able to put them in this thing. So I'm going to keep this, but I don't really like the fact that it doesn't, you know, last very long, and also you can even smell it evaporating right now. So that's, if it's in my pocket, that's going to be coming out into my clothes and all that type of stuff. So I decided to get the electric lighter instead, because I can charge this thing with USB. So it's got a little USB port. You guys know I have a little folding solar panel which fits on my belt pouch, right? Which will charge this thing. So basically, assuming neither one of these break, I have infinite ability to start fires. So this thing's also cool. It's got this little thing, and also this little button here, which gets pressed when you put it into the compartment. So right now I can't actually use it, but once I put it in, it will work. So let's pull this out, and I'll put this in. And you can see, I don't know how well you can see that. Hello? Let's get the focus here. It's hard to see, huh? Well, I'll put it in the dark and show you what it looks like, and then I'll come back here and keep going. All right, not so much sun here, so here we go. Too bad it won't zoom. If I get my face out of it. Anyways, you probably shock someone. Let's see what happens. I have never done this before. Ow! It hurts, so don't do that. So this thing will last a really long time. It'll charge really quick. It doesn't take much energy to get those little arcs going there. But those things will light a piece of paper. They'll light some, you know, dry tinder. But I actually use these cotton balls. These are dental balls, so they're kind of rolled into cylinders. And before I was using, the last video I did on this, I was using beeswax and, oh man, I can't remember what else I was using there. But basically, beeswax and like maybe coconut oil and stuff like that, and basically I made a waterproof version, and that worked well. Even if you dip it in water, it'll light. But in the once it got to winter, it was so hard that it was basically unusable. So I decided to go back to the Vaseline. So I just melt the Vaseline in the little solar oven, and then I just dunk these cotton balls in it, and now these things are going to take a spark and burn for a long period of time. So I'm not going to take this whole thing. I'm going to take just a tiny little chunk off of it, like that. And here is my camping stove, which just uses sticks and twigs as fuel. I'm going to be making some rice here. And I've got some cardboard and some sticks in here, and I'm going to set this right on the cardboard here. Then I'm going to take the lighter, and there it goes. So that's pretty easy, and like I said, a single charge, I think it's only 250 milliamp hours, which is very small amount of energy, will still last a really long time, and it's, you know, basically instant fire. Now, for a long-term situation, I have to expect that at least my solar panel or the lighter is going to break, and I depend on fire for survival, right? So I need to make sure that I still have a way to light a fire. So I do have a ferro rod, which I keep with me, and those things, if you get it big enough, they're going to last you your entire life. Like, I've never heard of anyone using up a decently sized ferro rod before they kick the bucket. You know, someone usually loses it or something like that before that happens. So you know, redundancy is really important. So having something like the Sparker here, which is really easy and convenient and cool and fun, but also having, in case something happens to this, because, you know, not even just breaking, I could lose it, it could get stolen, all kinds of stuff like that. So having a backup plan, keeping it in a separate spot, right? So I will keep one thing on my belt and I'll keep another thing in my actual pant pockets, because I might get separated from my belt, and I still need to be able to light fires. So having two ways to light fires, I think, is really important. So anyways, this company Sparker, it's just Spark with and then an R at the end. I don't know if they still make a flashlight. I used to have a flashlight which then had the lighter on the other end, but I have a better flashlight now, so I don't use that anymore. And then they do have something kind of like this, which, you know, you get the case. You don't have to buy a separate Zippo case. This is an actual Zippo case. It actually comes with its own case, and you can't actually even take anything out. But it's basically this shape, similar color, has a flip top. And I had one of those too. The issue with that is that it's made of plastic, and this little hinge here tends to break, and so the top came off. And I really liked it, but I didn't want to buy another one because I'm like, well, it's still made of that kind of cheap material. So then I found that they also make the insert, and I'm like, awesome. I'll get an actual Zippo case because these are really nice and sturdy. And then I'll get this insert here, and basically I'll get the best of both worlds. So anyways, that's my new little toy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.